Three more sets to go as the best teams in the world are about to throw down here. It's Dynasty Damage, Houston Heat, and the TonTons, the top 4 squads on planet Earth. TonTons getting into this top 4 by winning the European Series Championships, by winning the past 2 events overseas. They're going to be playing Heat, but first we're going to go Dynasty and Damage, and then 2 more prelim sets to go. Figure out who's going to play who on Sunday.
This
Dynasty.
tournament was so fast, the finals have already begun. We're here Sunday afternoon, enjoying the beautiful Sunday afternoon weather. Damage losing their first player in this finals match.
Dynasty doubling up that back center, going heavy guns, and it produces a kill as the running referee going to come and check out Damage in D2. Minor penalty going to be assessed on Archie Montemayor. It's going to pull out Ryan Greenspan, and that means Chris Shear is going to try to dig out wide. So just 3 bodies left alive for Dynasty, 4 for Tampa Bay.
Good comms by both teams. Rainey Stezik moving up from the Landry Logistics Tower to the Snake insert box. He looks up the field. I think he's got Marcelo in front of him, or no.
Marcelo's at the can.
Yeah. Snake's like Drew side can, and is that Chris Shear and Drew to 1?
Yes.
Arturo's in the Snake inside brick, looking Dorito side. Similar field positions. Is Damage got a 4th guy in D2, Matty?
Yeah, D2. So D2, back center, the door and the can.
So Damage in better field position here. And there's really nothing stopping Keith Brown from going down the Snake, and I think that's why Marcelo just switched Artie to look Snake side so he could see when Keith Brown releases. And I do think that Arturo saw him go and now has matched that move. That was a great switch by Marcelo and a great reaction by Arturo there, saving this point. If you don't get a guy out here and Keith Brown's all by himself on this side of the field, he is going to shoot everybody on the other side of the field.
Absolutely, Rachel. And he's going to dig out, or dig out into outside Snake 2. But Arturo not quite mirrored up with them. Arturo looking inside. Keith's just kind of probing right now. He's trying to see if he can get a free kill crossfield. Marcelo got tucked into that can as much as you possibly could do it. And he's just gunfighting in front down that D side to keep D2 honest.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how good of a read and react that was from Marcelo. Looking and seeing that Arturo was looking the wrong way. Arturo's looking D side to the Drew side from the Snake side of the field. Arturo was the only one that could deal with the Snake in front of him. Marcelo had Arturo switch and get out this side and literally saved this point. Just helping Arturo over here, you know, not just staying alive over there, but helping Arturo get outside.
At least save it so far. Keith Brown hunting right now as he's all the way on the Dynasty side. He's going to pop the top. Arturo's got to feel that pressure now. I mean, as that shot came from close.
Do not gunfight down the teep, Arturo.
Arturo almost snapshot Keith Brown. Keith Brown right now going left-handed here. Keith Brown getting eaten up by Arturo Andrade. Arturo Andrade with a nasty snapshot.
Keith Brown has a notorious snapshot, but somebody tell that to Andrade. Man, what a snap.
Well, the thing is,
Arturo, amazing. Good shot, buddy.
Arturo's snapshot is borderline illegal. He whips his gun out before his head comes, and that's not how it normally goes for most guys, and it's just, he kind of suckers you in, and
that's got to give him so much confidence, man.
It's just a brutal snapshot here. Awesome job by Arturo Andrade to even up the counts. Now 3-on-3.
Yeah, as Jason Edwards goes from the Snake corner to Snake 1. He's got Rainey inside. Rainey's shutting down Dynasty defensively across the field. Marcelo and Chris Shear on the D side for Dynasty. Can't see who's in the Dorito 2 for Dynasty. I mean for Damage, excuse me. Oh, Marcelo taking the walk. 2-on-3 advantage now for Damage. Not sure who got that kill.
I think it might have been Jason.
I saw him over the Snake.
Yeah.
I think
Jason popped the top at that right moment, so either he pushed him into Chad's gun. So it was either Jason or Chad because it was not Rainey.
No.
So Chad DeBougere now pushing up into that 50-yard line in this 2-on-3 situation in favor of Tampa Bay Damage.
If you only have 2 players, this is probably the spot you want 2 players, Matty.
Yeah, Chris Shear, D1, Arturo Andrade, insert bunker Snake side.
Damage now onto Dynasty side of the field, Dorito side. Arturo trying to get creative over here in the Snake side, but he's got to watch out because he's got Jason Edwards right in front of him.
He did hit that bunker quite a bit.
He gets shot.
He gets across the shot. 2-pack here for Arturo Andrade.
Stepping up right now.
Here comes
here's
the gun, and then Jason Edwards going to eat him up. And that is going to turn it into a 1-on-2, though. It's Chris Shear. Oh, and then he gets the crossfield shot, so Jason Edwards playing the hero again. Former MVP award winner, and Tampa Bay Damage is going to go up by 1, but that was a close battle here against these evenly matched teams. Dynasty seeding overall #1. Tampa Bay Damage, though, #2. Dynasty won the first 2 events. Damage the next 2 events. They're the only 2 teams that have won events in 2023.
I was very impressed by Arturo. I mean, he ended up losing that right at the end, but really, really good beginning to the point for a turn row.
Oh, he's in a low body situation
Yeah,
pretty
great
much the whole
comms
time.
by Marcelo, but Damage just closing it out really, really well, doing what they do so well. Good point there for Damage.
Yeah, they're on the board first after a pretty long one. Let's get a look at some replays here. So this is Keith Brown losing a gunfight. Look at the snapshot from Arturo on your left. He just whips that gun out so quick. It's so hard you can't react to it. If you're already out and that snapshot's on, you're dying. And then he's going to get shot, though, by Jason Edwards. And then Jason gets that quick crossfield kill on an advancing Chris Shear. Accurate crossfield coast-to-coast shot by Jason Edwards. So a little two-pack by Jason Edwards to close here. 4 damage, and now jumping into this point here with the TonTons and Houston Heat throwing 15 minutes on the clock, and it looks like Houston Heat going to be 5 bodies alive as the TonTons lose one off the break, and it's a 4-on-5 situation in favor of Heat.
Axel isn't the snake for the TonTons, though, Matty, but I do believe that they know he's there. Houston Heat has the center wing, the Landry Logistics Tower. Axel comes out the tape. I think he might have got shot inside by Mishka. Oh, Chad George getting shot out of the snake insert, Matty.
Yeah.
Like Mishka missed his shot. He was pretty convinced he got him, but doesn't look like he did. That's going to give the TonTons a big advantage here, having no one on snake side of the field for Heat, Matty.
Yeah, that's definitely a big advantage for the TonTons with Axel Godin ruling the 50-yard line over here on the snake side.
Yeah, TonTons are going to try to get into that 50 on the Drio side, but there's that big gap. Oh, another player taking the walk there.
Yeah, it's Chad Boucher.
Chad taking the walk from that center tower.
And here comes
Fedorov getting pieced up as well. Trades out on the tape.
Yeah, Fedorov does trade out on the tape. So the TonTons here, 3 bodies versus 2. With the 2 bodies are lined up in the middle, though.
Yep. It's up on the three players for TonTons, Matty. D1 is still alive for the TonTons. So D1, snake insert, 50 snake for the TonTons. Center wing and back center Tyler Harmon for Houston Heat.
Colombo yeah, Colombo looking to cut through the gap, and he's going to
trade out. Tyler now in a 2-on-1, Matty.
Yeah, Tyler Harmon back corner or back center bunker here. Referee comes and check him out. Looks like he's good to go. He's whipping his gun back and forth. He's going to fill out into the can, and he's going to look crossfield. Ooh, almost gets a shot in on D2. D2 checks in. And then Tyler Harmon ends up getting taken out. Not a lot Tyler could do in that situation. We have seen him prevail in low body moments before. It's not going to happen in this one. So loose TonTons going up 1-0 here against Houston Heat.
He had some tough bunker choices there, too. Going to a can when people are outside on you on both tapes is tough, right? Like, if he'd had a tower to go to there on the sides instead of having to go forward to get to that tower, he might have had a chance. But once he got in that can, if he didn't make his first or second snap, it was kind of all downhill from there. TonTons looking real good that first point. Lost a guy, but took snake on the break. Got a couple quick kills. Contained on the snake side. Never allowed Heat to get back into that match. Heat had good penetration up the middle early on. Just couldn't capitalize on it. Damage coming out here looking good. Hey, this is a big game. This if these likely, right, the most likely is these two teams are going to see each other either right before or in the finals. And the team that wins this match is going to have a big advantage.
So yesterday, both Dynasty and Damage in the 2 games that they played undefeated. So they're both coming in. Now, this is a seeding round. This is not going to affect who moves on. They're already into the top 8. It's, again, for seeding, but it's also for momentum. It's for bragging rights. It's to see who of your lines playing well, who's not, who's dialed.
For confidence, right? Yeah. You want to feel confident going into that game, not going into the game thinking, oh, man, I made so many mistakes this last game. I hope I can just play, at a medium, right? You want to go, man, I played good last game. I'm playing better the next game. Damage taking a little bit of risk, running to that Dorito corner, gets out there alive. 5 alive for both squads. Dynasty with 3 across the back and both towers. Oh, Ryan Greenspan taking the walk early.
Yeah, but so is Jason, or Jake.
They could have
Jason.
traded.
It's tough now because Jason's shed some weight, and he's actually smaller than his brother right now.
Yeah.
So Jason going to be taking the walk here after being the hero in that last one. But yeah, 4-on-4 situation.
Dynasty with slight advantage because they are out in D2, Matty. Neither team has any penetration here, snake side.
No, but Dynasty going to be losing Urena.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
We haven't seen Urena a lot, and he just has not really. He's coming off a groin injury, and he just really hasn't had some good looks out there so far at this event.
Yeah, and I think Urena has really come along as a player, but I think he's an amazing snake player, but I think he's maybe a little bit more of a bruiser player than a finesse snake player, and this is more of a finesse snake.
Yeah, this is more of a finesse field.
Yeah.
Because even when you're on the offense, you still have to have finesse.
100%. So, and you know, not every field is going to be perfect for you, and not every event are you going to be you're playing your best. Good comms by both teams, just trying to find out where the bodies are, where the lines are. Damage with 3 across the back. They've got Keith Brown in the snake side can. I believe Jacob Edwards in the back center. Can't say who's in the D side. And just went from D1 to D2, and it looks like Rainey in the snake side brick.
Yeah, Rainey popped the top real quick just to get eyes down the field and then zones up back on the snake. Neither team with the body in the snake. Action going down on your screen here. D side with Tampa Bay. Chad Bougier hunting for it. He goes to D3 going into that 50 yards. Going to pause. A lot of people pausing in this open area over there to get the crossfield shot.
He's got the back shot on Dynasty player here in the Landry Logistics bunker. I believe it's Archie. Let's see if he gets him. Oh, Archie's the only guy I've seen be able to stay alive there.
Well, he shot him. He just bounced him.
Yeah. Oh, and he gets shot. Wow. Yosh goes up and trades out. At the same time Yosh did that, though, I think damage snuck in the snake with Keith Brown. I don't think they know he's in there. He gets the kill on Archie. They did not know. Just one Dynasty player left alive, Maddie, in D1 or D2 there. Oh, Keith gets shot by D1 or D2, so 2-on-1 now. I don't know if Chris Shear's not real happy with that.
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah, because Chris Shear was hunting on that side still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so concession here from Dynasty, and that's going to give damage a 2-point lead.
Momentum definitely sounds like it's damage this way based on this crowd.
Well, we are in Florida, Central Florida at that. So
I love it when paintball players are playing and they have big crowds of people cheering for them. Makes it even more electric out here. Don't get it twisted. This is the biggest tournament in the world, and this is World Cup. Everybody that's ever played paintball that has wanted to be on the best team or be one of the best players has sacrificed years of their life, thousands of layers of skins, lots of bruises and welts, lots of family time.
Emphasis on the thousands of layers of skin, for sure.
TonTons going double wide, Maddie, and up the gut. I love this call from them. Looks like they get 5 a lot. Nope, they lose their D2 guy, Maddie, so 4-on-5 advantage for Houston Heat. They have one attacker up the center of the field. I think that's Sam Monville, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's so Ryan Moorhead moving up on that D side. Axel Gondin coming off. Another body coming off from the snake side here for the TonTons. And
Connor Kelly and Chad George both in the snake now for Heat, which usually signifies the end of a point for the other team. Yeah, Heat with 5 bodies left alive. TonTons with just 1, Maddie.
Yeah, he's going to tie this one up pretty easily.
What a tale of 2 points.
Yeah,
Ryan Moorhead down the Dorito side for Heat, hitting that buzzer. A lot of people out here, Maddie.
Yeah, the crowd's filling up here this weekend.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely filling up this weekend. Looking at Houston Heat heading into the pits. Let's listen in here, Houston Heat.
There we go, Heaters. Hey, good job, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Pass on out there. Yeah, baby. Hey, Ryan, nice job, baby. Let's go. Hey, Chad George, way to be. Hey, did you go into the Dorito and it just took him a second to come out?
Yeah,
Damn.
dove in.
Tammy got a shot.
Well, I saw him diving, and I was like, Ryan, come here. Yeah, I saw Axel.
Totally got me. Well, I want to see how you dive into the Dorito.
No, because I saw him my gun on as soon as it's chill. So I just give me your gun as soon as it's chill.
Dynasty getting out to Dorito 1, Maddie. Looks inside. Alex getting shot going from the Landry Logistics Tower into the Snake 1 brick. So Alex taking the walk for Dynasty early. Tampa Bay Damage also losing their first attacker D side. 4-on-4 here. I believe that's Marcelo that's got outside on the D side for Dynasty. Lake Yarborough releasing from back center to the Landry Logistics bunker. He's got 2 Dynasty players in front of him. It's Keith Brown in the snake insert.
Yeah, these, Tampa Bay up by 2 right now, Rich. 7:42 to go. And sorry, our kill count's off. It's not 1-on-2 right now.
3-on-4.
Yeah, 3-on-4 situation.
Oh, 4
So 4-on-4. 4-on-4 situation.
And good field positions for both teams. Dynasty with the slight advantage because Marcelo's out on the D side. Keith Brown slightly out on the snake side. Both teams with back center.
Let's see if Dynasty's going to answer here. Farthest body out is that's Archie here for San Diego Dynasty. Back center with Yosh looking towards that D side. Looking at over the shoulder for Marcelo Margot. I think we have Marcelo mic'd up for this one, so look forward to hearing that.
Yosh Rao playing the back center for Dynasty, trying to lock down that D side. He's got the gap. Oh, and he misses the guy going outside. I believe that's Jacob Edwards getting outside there. Jason Edwards in the back center still for Tampa Bay Damage. He might look to fill out there with his brother into that cannon. He does. Great fills there from Damage. Poor zone control there from Dynasty. Oh, sloppy gunfighting, though. Jacob Edwards gets shot all the way across field. Great shot there.
Yeah, and anytime you shoot Jacob Edwards, that's going to help you out.
Yeah, Blake should look to release now if he can. Look for Blake to leave that Landry Logistics can.
Oh,
he got
Blake,
shot.
It's a little sloppy coming around there trying to create.
Yeah, he saw that they were up a body and it was time for him to start going up the middle and hunting a little bit, but got caught. Marcelo with the inside-outside move from Dorito 1, Dorito 2. That was a great move. Oh, but at the same time, Archie gets shot out of that snake can.
Marcelo Margot, though, dips into that 50-yard line unseen. No one knows he's there.
He's going to get the kill in the Landry can.
Yeah, if he makes a shot, and he does, he gets a shot in on Agent Smith, and they now are going to have to react to that. Here comes Keith Brown on the react. Keith Brown bullies his way into the 50-yard line.
Yeah, 2-on-2 now as both teams turn the field. Keith Brown for Damage and Chris Shear for Dynasty. Yosh Rao split in the middle, coming up the middle to try to get Keith Brown.
Oh, if he trades out, it's going to turn into a one-on-one. Yeah, it's a one-on-one. Here comes Marcelo Margot, and he's going to get diced up by Jason Edwards again. So Jason Edwards again as the hometown crowd explodes here, just absolutely handling it here for Tampa Bay to go up by 3.
Now, Damage is going to be able to carry this momentum in if they end up having to play Dynasty again, right? I mean, everyone's screaming your name. He's feeling great. Like, that's a big advantage here, right? Skinny Kevin's going to have to do something to turn this around for Dynasty.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's giving his team a disadvantage going forward.
And for the most part, like, look, understandable. No, these teams are in no matter what, but best believe, like you said, don't get it twisted. There's still a lot on the line from a momentum perspective here. But, yeah, it's been pretty much, even though these points have been really close, Tampa Bay Damage getting there. Here comes Yosh Rao on the replay. Yosh Rao coming through. He's going to trade out with Keith. Actually, if we could rewind that, it looks like did Keith catch one a little bit early? And then Keith right there. Look, so Keith catches one there. Bam. And then keep shooting.
Wow, Keith Brown.
Yeah,
lucky
so
to get
Keith
a penalty
lucky
there.
they didn't get a penalty. And I didn't see if Yosh caught one early as well, but definitely Keith did. So that could have easily been a penalty to change this one, but the refs didn't catch it. And then here comes Marcelo, and actually, you can't see it on the replay, but we could see it from up here. At first, Jason's shots were behind Marcelo, and then he caught him at the right time, and Marcelo couldn't get one on him on the run. So.
Yeah, Marcelo took a big risk swinging wide on that tape down. You know, it's better to gunfight in a bunker than in midair.
Well, two bodies, yeah, Houston Heat losing 2, actually coming off early, and but Connor Kelly making it to the snake. He's going to wrap around, maybe get a kill from here.
See if they nose in there or not. Looks like the snake player for the TonTons knows he's got company. He's playing very defensively.
Yeah, we'll tucked into the shadows there. TonTons into snake 2, waiting for Connor to come around. Definitely looks like he knows he's there. Oh, but Connor Kelly comes around. Does he eat him up? Does not. Misses that shot. Connor's going to come through and trade, but a trade in that situation isn't that good. It was a 5-on-3 situation that turns it into a 2-on-4. Oh, but a penalty assessed here on the TonTons.
Yeah, TonTons in a tough spot here as Houston Heat's going to release down that side with Konstantin Fedorov. TonTons are in the spot in this inset break to catch him, but they don't catch him. He makes it across that gap, makes it across the next gap, gets into that 50. He's going to get a kill here, probably on Axel first, or no, the snake box first. Get ready. Axel will be getting it shortly.
Ooh, Ronnie Dizon pushing up here, trying to finish this one from the D side.
Yeah.
For Houston Heat.
Good point there for Houston Heat. Sorry, Ronnie Dizon. I thought that was Fedorov over there. Great job, Ronnie. Great job flying up that side, winning that point.
So Houston Heat can take a lead here with 10:20 to go. See if Dynasty has an answer, Rich, for Damage. In the pits right now with Houston Heat, 1-point lead.
Way to ball, Ronnie. Way to fucking ball. Way to ball. Way to ball.
Hey, show up to play, motherfuckers! Let's go!
Hey, take a breath. Composure. Let's keep stacking.
Hey, way to fight there, guys. 3 on 5.
Hey, remember, information to Todd, please. Information to Todd.
Heat's one of my favorite teams to cut to the pit to because they have that focused intensity of a top squad.
Them's a bunch of killers right there, son. There's a bunch of sharks smelling blood.
Bunch of alphas.
Yeah, exactly. Give me some advantage so I can go out there and punish my adversaries. Tampa Bay Damage, San Diego Dynasty. Archie needs to stay alive here for Dynasty. He got shot that first point, got that penalty, got shot early second point. Oh, Ryan Greenspan needs to stay alive for Dynasty. That's 2 points. He's been the first one dead.
Yeah, well, over the past few years, it has been more Dynasty in these matches than Damage, but Damage has just gotten so good the past few years. I mean, they've always been good, but they did go about a decade without a win. But it just the past 2 seasons is so impressive. But this is a huge momentum shifter because if they can beat the brakes off of Dynasty in this, and we still got some time to go, but there's only 4:45 left to go here, Rich, and it's been all Damage on the scoreboard.
I think I just figured out what's going on. I think Skinny Kevin is playing the long Kong psychological game, trying to build Damage's confidence to an all-time crescendo.
Just lull them into a false sense
Exactly, like,
of confidence.
hey guys, we don't need to make any adjustments against Dynasty. We can beat them super easy. Let's not even take this next match against them seriously. That's what Kevin's doing. So clever. He's like 3 or 4 moves ahead of most people. Jason Edwards with the great move to the center there. Gets into that. Oh, gets caught over the top though. That might have been Jacob Edwards.
Yeah, it is Jacob.
Sorry, Jacob Edwards taking the walk.
The way to know now is that Jacob is thicker than Jason now.
Yeah,
It used to be vice versa.
As they back and forth, it gets hard for me to track that.
No, I hear you.
Marcel taking a little bounce in the back center. That's Arturo releases from the Landry Logistic Bunker to the Snakeside Brick. Is that Rainey in front of him?
It does look like Rainey's folded up like Rainey, so I think so.
And he wonders why his back hurts all the time. Nice, cool, calm, and collective demeanor over here on Tampa Bay Damage. They've got 4 bodies alive. They're up by 3 points. They're playing against, if not one of the second best team in the world, if not the best, the second best team in the world to them. And they're in complete cruise control. And the longer they can do this, the more they can force Dynasty to just have to push into the guns.
If we're talking about what have you done for me lately, well, Damage has won the past 2 events. Damage is currently beating Dynasty. They both won both their games yesterday. So as it stands right this second, Damage is the best team in the world if they win this game. Now, that can all change tomorrow, but again, this is a what have you done for me lately sport.
Oh, Arturo with a great move, goes up the middle. 3-on-4 advantage now for Dynasty. Archie does exactly what they need him to do, which is get into that snake. Keith Brown tries to counter. Rainey tries to counter. Keith Brown tries to counter again from the snake insert into snake 1.
Comes Archie's onto their side of the field. He's going to get that crossfield shot on Horn. Pop the top, try to trade out with Keith. He does. No penalty assessed. And that is going to make it. And that's going to do it, actually, completely. Here's Dynasty still with 3 bodies alive. Arturo playing some good paintball right now. He's making a strong argument for getting some playtime on Sunday. Yeah, so Dynasty finally getting on the board here, but not a lot of time left, Rich. 2:22 to go.
Yeah, but like I said, when you're trying to build up another team's confidence, right? I mean, these are the exact things you want to do. Now, Skinny Kevin gets to put his guys under pressure, having to win 2 points with very little time. This is exactly the way he had this match playing out in his mind. Don't let him fool you into that false sense of security. Yeah, for sure. This is exactly what Skinny Kevin had planned. And it might even be what Joey had planned, right?
Yeah.
Hard to say at this point.
Yeah, they're out here playing Go. They're not even playing chess.
That's right, yeah. Playing that 3-dimensional stuff on Star Wars. Man, it is a lot of extra people out here today. A little bit extra humidity today.
Yeah, just a bit.
Here we go. This is a very close game.
Oh, Chad George getting shot about 2 steps out, so he didn't have a chance to make his spot.
4-on-5 advantage here for Toulouse. Oh, TonTons. Oh, Ryan Smith taking the walk. 3-on-5 advantage for TonTons.
Yeah, TonTons looking like they could tie this one up. A lot more time left as these points are going quick. 10 minutes left to go in regulation. See the furthest body out here on your screen. For
Tyler Harmon taking the walk, Matt.
Yeah, Tyler Harmon indeed taking the walk. Now just 2 bodies.
This has got to feel really good for the European teams to come over here and compete and play with, if not beat, some of the best teams in the world.
Oh, easy kill there for the TonTons out of the snake. They're going to tie this one up. Houston Heat going to concede, and another quick point. So 2-2 the score. Two more sets to go after this, and Sunday implications, especially in that X Factor Diesel level uprising and Lucky 15s set. Lucky 15s did what they needed to do, getting their 3-1 record, beating level. But if level beats uprising, they're going to be 3-1, so we'll have to go to spread, and then head-to-head, I believe. And then X Factor and Diesel also fighting for a spot. X Factor getting defeated by level yesterday, but beating the Lucky 15s, and then also beating Uprising. So yeah, if X Factor beats Diesel, they'll be 3-1.
Snake on the break for damage. I love that call. They do lose Rainey out of the snake side cam, but Jared Lackett into snake 1 for damage. Archie Montemayor gets in there as well, though. 4-on-3 advantage here for Tampa Bay damage.
Yeah, Blake tried to get all the way to D3, but he got taken out. So both Shear and Yarber coming off for Dynasty. Just 3 bodies alive for San Diego.
Yeah, I don't know if they know that Archie's in the snake, Maddie.
Alex Frazier going to get up into the door to try to help out Archie. And Tampa Bay trying to protect this lead with 2 minutes, still doubling up that back center.
Yeah, I think if Archie can get to that 50 and wrap on back center, he can get an elimination. Because he just almost killed Jason Edwards. Oh, they let damage player go from the snake can to Dorito 1. That's going to hurt Dynasty a little bit. They let a second player get out of back center now. That's going to hurt him as well. Did Archie get caught going across? No, it looks like he's okay.
Ooh, Archie getting checked out. Hard check by Archie on the ref. Looks like he's good to go.
Damage with 4 players left alive. Snake 1, Dorito 1, Dorito can, back center.
Well, if Dynasty does want to win this one, they are running out of time. They're going to have to push forward in the next 10, 15 seconds or so and commit.
The schedule is for 2 1-minute and 11-second points, but they're blowing that right now. Completely blowing it, Matt.
Oh, they do get the kill on Chad Bougere from the back corner bunker. He goes eyes to the sky in frustration, so that's going to cause Jason Edwards to push on over into the can. Here comes Archie hunting for it. Oh, running referee checking out player for Dynasty. Oh, and a penalty. Is that a penalty on Rao?
On Dynasty.
We do not see penalties on Yosh Rao very often. Probably one of the least penalized players in the league. And then here comes a counter punch for Tampa Bay as they dice up Archie Montemayor after that penalty. That was Jared Lackey. That was the brutalizer for Tampa Bay to stop the attack, and a minor penalty, major penalty.
Archie complained and got a major penalty for overshooting.
It looks like it was the pink paint on a yellow flag, so it's going to be a minor. But I think that's going to be on damage. I think that's going to be on Lackey. A little bit of confusion here. Coach Joey's coming over to talk to the head referee. Yeah, so it looks like it's got to be on damage, or Joey wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, so Lackey's going to get that penalty for overshooting Archie.
Yeah, I mean, I hate overshooting penalties in the pro league.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say I hate overshooting and I was going to slap your face. I'm sorry, what, Matt?
Rich, would that ever,
no, that's why I was
ever
shocked.
Come out of my mouth?
That's why I was literally
looking away. Can I get the
away.
benefit of the doubt? When have I ever said that?
You didn't get hit, did you? I was literally looking away. You said that. I'm like, oh, man, I have to slap Matt's face right now. This is ridiculous. I feel so bad.
Yeah,
I mean, he has it coming,
This is the pro league. Unless somebody gets shot into the ground, you should not be throwing overshooting penalties in a pro match with the best in the world.
And you don't like it, don't say a word to the referee.
And also, let these guys, let them regulate it a bit. You know, these guys have protective gear on. They're not going to get hurt by getting shot a few times.
And most of us are adult men out here.
Come on now.
Ridiculous. Because then, just like Joey Blue now, he's like, hey, the second one of my guys gets overshot. Now, if you don't give me the penalty, now we've got to go punish all those dudes.
Nah, man. That's not it.
Yeah, it's like fighters suing fighters. Ridiculous.
So tied up 2-2 here.
TonTons with 5 alive. Nope, they lose their first attacker on the Dorito side. They do kill one and get a penalty. 4-on-3 advantage here for the TonTons.
Oh, it's going to pull out Connor Kelly.
4-on-2, Maddie. TonTons advantage.
Boucher still alive, though, and here comes Ryan Moorhead also hunting on that D side here for Heat in this tie ball game, but the advantage is absolutely to the TonTons.
Yeah.
It's a 5-on-2.
Ryan's going to have an amazing game here to pull this back.
Yeah, you can see 5-on-2 here on your screen.
It should be 4-on-2, Matt.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 4-on-2. But, yeah, Chad's about to wear it. Oh, did he hide? No, he didn't. Well, Ryan Moorhead's still alive, but it's just going to be a matter of time here. There's a lot more time left in this one. 9 minutes still on the clock. These points have been going fast, but the TonTons going to be taking the lead as going to see the concession here. So our European champions hanging with multiple world champs, Houston Heat.
That was a good little point there.
Our crowd's getting lively out here, too.
Yeah, getting a little froggy.
Yeah. Yeah, the stands are getting full, so maybe some people getting knocked out the tournament will also want to. It's just also going to get super dramatic.
And people have time off, you know, they're
Yeah.
not working now.
Yeah, so stands are getting full
That's why I went to the Godzilla.
in the pits right now with Heat. Yeah, there we go. It's not quite standing room only yet, but it's getting there. It's going to be packed tomorrow.
Joey's just putting on a Harrison Fry down here. He's like, what, are you going to cry now? You going to cry now?
Yeah, I mean, if I was Joey, I'd be a little frustrated too. I'm like, whoa, we're calling overshooting penalties in this seeding game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he had like 8 shots in his back, and at least the first 4 were like where he got shot, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. But, again, call me a little old school, but we used to
You're old
regulate that ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I said. If I have a problem with you, you'll know for sure. The ref won't talk to you about it.
We can't fight, so okay, but can we at least shoot each other a little bit? It's paintball, right?
Thank you. Yeah, we can't really cuss on the field.
It's all grown men out here.
We can't even shoulder bump on the field. At
Yeah.
least let us punish each other into the ground.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what are we playing for?
Okay, so I'm getting word that maybe it wasn't for overshooting. Continuing to play after being hit was the call. So there's Lackey. Here comes Lackey. Does anything come off of Lackey? There it is right there. See that hit? Okay. Well, that makes me feel. That makes my paintball soul
So
feel a
then
little
it's a
bit
red
better.
then, right? Because he definitely shoots Archie.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even put it on Archie.
Yeah. No, that was playing on penalty. Just the way Joey was talking to the ref and I
Yeah,
was listening to that,
exactly.
I was thinking, man, really? We're going to be throwing overshooting penalties? But no, I was playing on penalty. All right, so all good.
Both teams dialing back a couple bodies. Dynasty dropping 3, man. 2-on-4 advantage for damage. And this point, I mean, this match is over. Archer making the heroes run from the center all the way to the cam, but gets caught at the 50 snake.
Yeah, Tampa Bay handling Dynasty. I mean, pretty close on the scoreboard, but it was mostly damage.
Keith Brown's first shot is nasty. He ran across the gap, shot one time, and the guy's head turned pink. And damage is looking good.
Yeah, damage is looking good. Undefeated in their 3 games in the seeding match, so they're going to go in #1 seed.
Yeah, as well they should.
Yeah.
But this is going to give Dynasty a good opportunity to go back and look at what mistakes that they made, look at the lineups, look at the game plans, and figure out, hey, listen, we know that we can beat these guys, right? We're capable, but not playing the way we just did, right? So what do we have to change up? How do we prioritize what we change up?
It's also going to anger the Dragon because
Yeah, that's
you
what
know
I'm
when
saying.
you take that loss and the crowd's screaming against you, going against Dynasty. You know, the crowds typically depends on where we are, but when we're in Florida,
Heavily favored Dynasty.
typically heavily favored Dynasty, but not in Florida. You
No.
know, a lot of times, especially if they're playing damage, it's going to be damage.
Not always in Chicago either.
Yeah, it depends on who they're playing.
Yeah.
But still, it's going to anger them, and that's going to make Dynasty dial things in for tomorrow. But damage definitely looks the best out of everyone we saw in the top 4.
Attacking with Dorito 2 and the center wing, Matty. 5 alive for both squads. TonTons get out to the Dorito 2.
Rich, there's still a lot of time in this one. 8:50 still on the clock is Chad George taking the walk again.
Axel in the snake, Matty. First team in the snake is the TonTons.
Connor Kelly diving through a lane and makes it clean. Barely, but they're going to be losing Mishka from the center.
Yep. 5-on-3 advantage for the TonTons, Matt.
Yeah, the TonTons and already with the lead still, so ideally for them, want to slow it down a little bit here, just because they're probably going to get this point. I mean, it's a 5-on-3, so it's not over yet, especially with Heat. But now they peel off Connor Kelly, so it's looking more dire for Houston Heat. It's Fedorov and Tyler Harmon alive.
A lot of time left in this game, but Houston Heat's got to play with some offense. They just can't come out here. If they allow the TonTons to make the Dorito 2, the center wing, and the snake on the break, then they're gonna suffer the consequences.
Tyler Harmon getting peeled out from that back center, so just Fedorov, so he's going to go into a desperation attack. He eats up one, and they need to contain Fedorov. He does get taken out, but they're going to concede the point as Axel Godin was about to run down and hit that buzzer. So the TonTons are European champs, taking a 2-point lead now against Houston Heat. Well, with the conclusion of that Dynasty damage match, we had a mic on Marcelo the whole time. Let's listen in real quick. Marcelo Margot, one of the best ever. So yeah, so TonTons up by 2 here against Houston Heat. So the European champions look pretty dialed right now, Rich.
Dude, they must be so. And like, we love Houston Heat. We're big Houston Heat fans.
Yeah, one of my favorite teams.
But this doesn't mean much to the Houston Heat guys. This means a ton to the TonTons, right? If you can come out and beat one of the top 4 teams, like I said, like for the Lucky 15s, you're writing your check in Europe for the next 5 years, right?
Yeah.
You're still, the chicks are still into you. Everyone thinks you're cool. It's worth it, man. It's good on the TonTons, good on the Lucky 15s.
So Harmon, looks like Monville. Yeah, Harmon, Monville, Smith, Moorhead.
Yeah.
Monville taking a ton of ground off the break, going all the way up. So with that first attack here, starting from Sam Monville, is going to go right up to the 50. Body coming off right now for the TonTons with, yeah, again, still a lot of time left, man. 7:40 still on the clock.
Yeah, a ton of time left, very short. It's only a 2-point game. But the Houston Heat's going to have to play better now. The TonTons won all of those points, Maddie, by attacking a guy into D2, the center wing, and out to the snake side. They do shoot Connor Kelly, so they have a little bit more advantage here. But now they go to a defensive posture, quickly lose one body, and now aren't in as good a position to win this point as they have been in the past. Ryan Smith with a good fill back to that snake side can.
Yeah, and with the 2-point lead, it would be beneficial for the TonTons to try to burn clock. They've extended out on that D side. They're into D2. If they can contain Monville here, no one in the snake right now for Houston Heat, no one in the snake for the TonTons, but they do have that insert spot. Another body coming off right now for Heat with Smith taking the walk out of his spot. Tyler Harmon bounces out into the can, and then here comes the TonTons attacking on the snake side. So yeah, 4-on-2 situation. Oh, that's a tough death.
Yeah, he got in there alive,
You
Matt.
cannot die in that spot.
They're hunting Sam Monville in the center right now. They know he's there.
Ryan Moorhead
takes the walk.
Yeah, Ryan Moorhead. So yeah, 2-on-3.
3-on-3 advantage, TonTons. Sam is so crafty up in the middle, though. Yeah, see, Sam gets a kill there. That guy should have, as soon as he saw Sam, he should have gone and traded out. 2-on-2 now. TonTons were way up on bodies. Ryan, looks like Tyler Harmon gets to the corner, but gets caught going out. That was tough. Getting out there would have really helped Sam there. Now Sam's in a tough position, caught between Axel Gogdin. Oh, but, Sam gets that kill, too, so Sam's got 2 key kills here, and it's a 1-on-1 now.
Ooh, Sam Monville taking it to a 1-on-1.
6 minutes left, 2-point game, 1-on-1 here.
Yeah, this is massive for Sam.
Yeah.
If Sam can get this 1-on-1 victory, he is playing Axel, so that's best player on that team, on the TonTons. And it doesn't look like Axel knows the count. He's looking back and forth. He does not know he's in a 1-on-1, so Sam could bait him in to losing a quick gunfight here.
Sam's so patient here. Look at him. He's just waiting for that shot. Now he comes off, resets, goes back to that shot, resets.
Oh, he picked him up. Sam slightly hit the bunker on that transition, and then Axel was head checking that way, so he caught him. Didn't kill him, but caught him.
It's tough to play those big wings, Matt, because your vision is so bad. As you transition from left hand to right hand, you lose such a big section of the field. Axel has a slight bunker advantage here in this 1-on-1 gunfight. I'm surprised Axel hasn't used that opportunity to move from that can to either the back center or that tower, making it even harder for Sam to play that big, fat, wide bunker in the center of the field. But again, Axel's up by 2 points, right? Axel can just sit here, sip champagne, eat caviar, and relax.
Yeah, just
enjoy his heritage.
Eat some escargot.
It looks like he's smoking a cigarette there. Write some poetry.
Yeah, well, the situation is that, with the 2-point lead under 5 minutes to go, he's defending the buzzer from this position, and that is Sam's goal. Obviously, shoot Axel would be great, but Sam does have to hit that buzzer. so the advantage does go to Axel just because of the 2-point spread.
And I
so
think
Sam has to push the
Yeah,
issue.
I think Sam just realized that, Matt, and was like, all right, I got to start pushing this. He gets caught.
Yeah, it's tough for Sam. That's just a tough spot for him. He does end up getting caught, but he had to push the issue.
And so what Axel was able to do there was constantly switch sides so that he was always in the advantage, so that Sam had to switch sides and have the disadvantage on the gunfight. Because Sam needed those points, Axel was able to stay ahead and have the advantage of the whole little one-on-one gunfight. Great little one-on-one like clinic/tournament there, showing you exactly what to do in those situations by two of the best. Man, TonTons looking good.
Yeah. In the pits right now, let's listen in.
En fait, quand tu dis le splash 4, je sais pas si c'est le Dallas ou pas, tu vois.
Tu le vois pas monter, le Dallas?
On est pas ça.
Mais t'arrives pas à le tuer? C'est mobile?
J'aurais pu si je tirais à ce moment-là, mais.
Je t'ai dit qu'il allait prendre le Dallas.
Regarde, on est au ball,
Le
hein.
Dallas. Le Dallas, c'est nous. Non, tu parles pas de ça. Non, je parle au break. Le Dallas tire dessus, mais je pense qu'il s'en fout de l'autre côté. Pareil. Du coup, je fais pareil. Ouais. Axel, non, ça change. Will, tu rentres. Speed, combien de temps il reste?
1 minute, les gars.
4 minutes de jeu, 4 phases.
Very artistic with their game plans.
Yes.
Notice no clipboard, just some conversations and some audibles to figure out what they're going to do next. And let's go into heat pits now. Tom Martinez, leader of the crew, with Chad Yaya Boucher.
Chad's going up the gut. Nope, he's got too many paws. I was going to say, I was looking for that full send up the gut.
Well, they need 3 just to tie. Still have 4:26 to work with.
Chad likes that same line that Spicker ran yesterday, and I'd love to see him do it because he's one of those guys that does it better than anybody.
Well, Chad Boucher with the record 7-second point. So they do have that in the bag. But the TonTons looking pretty focused right now.
Houston Heat has to survive this breakout, and if they don't survive the breakout, they at least have to take some real estate. They get into the snake insert and Dorito 3. That was a great move from Fedorov over there. They also take the center wing. Fedorov's way up that D side. Tyler Harmon down to the lay down brick snake side.
Aggressive break for Houston Heat as they have taken a ton of ground and see what they can do with it here. Tyler Harmon's going to launch. He's going to get up to that 50. He's got Mishka beside him. Fedorov into D3. Tyler looking inside as we're hitting the 4-minute mark. So Houston Heat has locked up with some offensive positions. They also have Chad George looking to go 2 here snake side. He's kind of going back and forth thinking, when should I head into this snake? He keeps head checking the clock.
And he's got Axel right in front of him trying to blow his face off. So he's looking for an opportunity, but he might not have one. Houston Heat tries to get onto TonTon's side of the field with Tyler Harmon and with Konstantin Fedorov. Both of them are eliminated. 3-on-5 situation as Chad George does make it into snake 1, snake 2. Now 50 snake. Axel's got to be careful. I don't think Axel knows he's there. Oh, Axel with perfect timing gets out. Chad George was looking inside, which allowed Axel to come out. If he'd have gone there to the 50 and wrapped, he would have caught Axel coming out.
Ooh, Chad pops the top, and I think he got that first gunfight win on him. I thought I saw something break off that player, but he's not coming out. Well, the referee's right there.
Yep. Now Chad's in a tough spot if they can identify where he's at and what he's doing.
Yeah, he
Look
lost.
at him going forward, trying to get Axel.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, he's going for it, man. It's Chad George. You know, he's a legend, and hey, shout out to Chad George. He was giving it all he got out there. And then that's going to force a concession, though, here for Houston Heat. So the TonTons looking pretty good to try to take down Houston Heat, putting up a pretty big score. Not a lot of time left, considering the 4-point margin that Houston Heat's working against.
And this might be the best thing for Houston Heat, just like it might be the best thing for Dynasty, right?
That's a good point, Rich.
To go back and be like, hey, man, listen, I love you to death, but you suck today, right?
Yeah.
You got to do better tomorrow. What can we do better? What mistakes can we mitigate? And what things we did well can we exploit?
Yeah, so this is interesting, and I've heard this, that the way that the TonTons come out there, so look at their coach. He doesn't have a clipboard in his hand. He's not looking at the actual layout. He's just talking to his guys. He's getting reads. He's getting a feel on it, and then they slowly paint that game plan in the pits in between points.
So they've got a certain laissez-faire about them, don't they?
Yeah, it's gotta let it breathe. Let it breathe a little bit.
Clermont, tu continues comme ça. Vite, tu vas dans le 30 et tu défonces tous les mecs qui montent en courant au milieu du terrain. Dallas.
I'll tell you what's working.
Yeah, no kidding,
It's
man.
working.
Those guys have to be feeling good
Yeah,
right now.
series champs overseas, 2 wins in a row. They took the European Championship. They're up by 4 points on Houston Heat.
It's got to be fun for Axel being able to play with his brother.
Yeah, now, you know, yesterday it didn't work out against Damage,
But
and it didn't work out against Dynasty.
Nothing's working against Damage right now.
That's true, but you know, those were really close games. They barely lost to Damage. They barely lost to Dynasty. So very small spreads on those games. And they obviously learned a lot. Looks like a timeout here, so they're going to come back in and get a couple more,
Looks like they're fixing some bunch.
couple more reads. 2 more sets to go after this, as we have Level and Uprising, Aftermath, and the Bears, and then X Factor, Diesel, New York Extreme, and Revo.
I know, but let me come here and see the can.
Again, on this side, more analytical perspective here from Heat with the clipboard. I mean, this is traditional, though.
Your first spray, yeah, but hey.
The last-minute adjustments there from one of the best coaches in the business, Todd Martinez. No, Ronnie. No, Ronnie. You got to do this too.
Hey, shoot high.
Takes a while to develop that relationship with the team, but you can tell that Heat and Todd work well together as a team.
Well, they do have a win. Second event, Todd with the team. In the first event, Tyler was with the team. They got a victory. Since then, though, it's been a ton of consistent finishes, but no wins. I mean, he basically loses on Sunday by 1 to the team that wins the tournament deep in the tournament. So, you know, very frustrating for them. They've won this tournament multiple times, this World Cup. They have World Cup victories, but they are facing a tall task right now. Little under 3 to go, down by 4. Probably not going to win this game, but like you said, maybe this is the best thing that could have happened to him, Rich.
We've practiced against them a few times over the last few seasons. They're one of the best teams in the world to practice against. Don't cheat a bunch in practice. Super creative with game plans. Not a lot of egos. They'll come over and tell you, hey, you bounced me going in. Not all the usual shenanigans. So we really enjoy practicing against them.
Well, the Heat are professionals. You know, they've been doing this a long time.
That's a really good way to look at it, yeah.
You know, 'cause they look at it
nobody
like
does well when there's bad practice.
They want to get productive practices too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
I think you remember the old days, the old wars that we used to have in practices where we're like, hey man, should we just shut this down or should we just fight it out? What's
people
the
are arguing. It's a cheat fest,
Yeah.
shooting marbles at each other. It's So
look at this.
Look at this. Dunking on him.
This
There
is
goes
what we were
1.
looking for.
There goes 2. Goes 3. Chad Boucher with the 3-pack.
Thank you,
He
Chad.
does get diced up though by Colombo. He didn't catch Colombo. Still is a pretty 3-pack up the middle, and that's going to open up things. And that's going to they're going to thread down the field, and they're going to take out Colombo, and they're going to score a quick point. So with 2 minutes left to go, now down by 3, but Houston Heat, time and time again, over the past 10 years, has been able to win games like this.
I was kind of surprised we hadn't seen that earlier. Like, we know that he's so good at doing that, and we know on this field that's a vulnerable position. Great play call there for Todd Martinez.
Well, you know, you got specialists, right? I mean, Chad's a good paintball player. You don't stay on Houston Heat for a decade without being really, really good at a lot of things. But he is a bit of a specialist since he's real fast, he's real aggressive, he's got good timing, and he gets good reads like that. So, and then that was a good look at it right there. So Chad Boucher going to get some pats on the back as he blew that point open for Houston Heat. Got to spin him again, right? I mean, you still need 3 to tie. You do not have much time left. You got to get send Chad. They'll probably put guns his way, and then maybe take some ground outside wide.
I'm so glad you said that, because exactly what Chad and I had talked about before this. I was like, the secondary thing about this is when you do that, the guys have to turn their guns up the middle on you.
So here's the look on the replay. Here comes Chad Boucher as he comes through. He dunks on the first one, stops, thinks about it, goes slow, whips his gun around, and then does get diced up by Colombo. Here's another angle. Dunks on the first one, runs the correct route, finishes off that back center, and his back's about to explode from Colombo. Doesn't matter, though, as the damage is done, and then the rest of Houston Heat caught up with them to finish off the point as quick as they possibly could.
Bang, bang. Yeah, and again, we were just talking about the fact that now that Chad's destroyed them up the middle like that, they have to put a gun up the middle. They have to look for Chad up the middle, and that takes one of those eyes off the outside tapes. This is a perfect time now for Houston Heat to go snake on the break, hope that guy gets in there undetected, have him go right down the field and try to get 2 or 3 fast kills, and then follow it up through the middle and Dorito side of the field.
Getting interesting here. Battle of the top 4 squads. Tampa Bay Damage going to be the #1 seed as they beat everybody in the top 4. Houston Heat trying to take down the TonTons. TonTons didn't win a game yesterday.
TonTons are not going to get all 5 players out to the box alive. Oh, wow. That kid's fast. They made it. 5 alive for TonTons. But let's see if he... Yeah, and he still makes it the snake. Oh, Houston Heat tries to go to snake, but they do make the 50 Dorito. 5 alive for the TonTons. Houston Heat is now in the 50 Dorito and in the snake. 4 on 4.
Oh, battle going down here in the snake as they get the better of Heat here, and TonTons whipping that gun around here towards the center.
1 player left alive for Heat. It's
Dizon.
Dizon in Dorito side. But the TonTons gets the buzz.
Well, the TonTons getting some love from the crowd here.
He thinks the game's still going.
Yeah, so Dizon's going to look up in frustration. Yeah, eyes to the sky. Uh-oh.
Good try, Ronnie. Good try, Ronnie.
Number 15 here, getting some pats on the back from Stepima. So that's a 7-3. So that should do it. Minute and 27 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, it's done for sure.
Yeah, that was the point that Houston, they needed to keep it on a roll. Not going to be able to get that done. And going to be probably, they're going to be taking the loss. I mean, 4 points, minute 27. We haven't seen that in a long time.
Since you did it in 66. When was the first year you played paintball, you think? I mean, honestly.
My first big event was World Cup 94. So my 29th year coming to this event. I was 16, played pro with Navarone. I can remember it like it was yesterday.
Everything was black and white back then, right?
Yeah, we had to walk uphill both ways, back and forth to the field. Oh, man, yeah, snowing the whole time.
Made you strong, though.
I rode a Brontosaurus, actually, to my first game.
What'd you have to feed that thing? What kind of mileage you get on one of those?
Little horses. They like to eat
Small
little horses.
They call them ponies.
You have to go catch the ponies, too, to feed them to
They used to
your
call them
dinosaur.
unicorns to tell Matt fed them all to his brontosaur. Tell your kids. The Houston Heat and Toulouse going back and forth here. Not really. Toulouse has been kicking Heat's butt.
Yeah, they've been doing a real good job, man.
And Heat hasn't looked bad. It's not like they're getting a bunch of penalties.
Yeah, the points are pretty close, right?
Yeah, I mean, Heat's getting outside to the snake. They're getting outside to the D side. They're not losing a bunch on the. It's just a little bit of a difference between them and TonTons. And Heat's been having to chase into the guns a little bit too. TonTons have been able to play a little defensively these last few points.
Man, Sunday's going to be fun. Tomorrow going to be very interesting here at the World Cup. If you come out of the top 20, you have to win 4 games in a row in order to win the tournament. Now that has been done. Houston Heat did it before, but it's a really tough. It's a tall order. And whereas these two teams, they will get their bye into the top 8. Then Houston,
back in.
Yeah, Houston Heat on the full send. Going to be losing a couple though. Is Moorhead and Boucher coming off. TonTon's going to be losing a body as well too. But here comes a counterattack from the TonTons on the D side. Chad Boucher in a really good spot, actually in the middle.
Tyler Harmon in TonTon snake now.
Actually got in now, pushing up on the D side. Tyler Harmon getting diced up, trying to produce some offense. Nothing you can say about that. No big deal. As they're down by a bunch, they have to run into these guns. Counterattack right now for the TonTons. Is the point going to be conceded by Heat? One of the higher scoring games that we've seen out here, as the TonTons have put up 8. I don't think has a team put up 8 yet today, or at any point in time. We've had some 7s, a bunch of 7s.
The semi-pro teams were putting up quite a few points.
Other than the semi-pro, that was crazy. That was a lot.
That's crazy. Come on, that's crazy.
Well, Houston Heat wanted to see another rep. But the score is a lot to a little. And he's now on the precipice of a mercy rule loss, too.
Yeah, I was just saying the same thing. I don't know if they want to take a mercy rule. TonTons look good here, man. It's like they can do no wrong. Everything they try is working. They're in the flow.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen a pro team put up 8 points. So props to the TonTons running up this score here against multiple World Cup champions Houston Heat, who's at full strength too. You know, Chad George is back from injury. Connor Kelly and Fedorov are healthy. Monville's been getting spins. Smith's been getting spins. Everyone's good to go. So this is a real solid win, especially if they can put the finishing touches on this mercy rule win. Yes, we're in both pits right now here. TonTons on the right, Houston Heat on the left. 33 seconds to go before the start of this next point. Jumping in this next one here. Is it going to be TonTons again off the break? Body coming off for heat. Two bodies actually coming off for heat. And one for the TonTons.
TonTons dropping 2, man.
Yeah, dropping 2. They do make it into D3.
2 on 2 here, Matt. This point devolved quickly as Chad George sneaks into the. Oh no, is that? Yeah, Chad George sneaks in the snake. TonTons filled the corner with Colombo. 2 on 2. Oh man, I think that's Ronnie takes a hard bounce and then gets shot in that D-side can. I believe it's a 2-on-1 TonTons advantage here.
Only 15 seconds left to go in this battle here. So it's going to be TonTons with the victory. Just what's the score going to be? And then it's not really going to matter on the score.
Let's see if he decides to hit the buzzer or not.
Oh, he definitely does. And running up that score here, the TonTons. Did he get it, though? Did he get the Mercy Rule win or not?
Good.
And that is going to do it. So the TonTons mightily defeat Houston Heat. Tampa Bay Damage a while ago, in case you forgot, took down San
Way
Diego
back in the
Dynasty.
day.
Yeah, way back in the day. Way different pace in those matches. And now we got 2 more sets to go here in the prelims. The Sunday implications is going to be Columbus Level taking on Uprising. Level has been really good here at the World Cup. Though they did drop to the Lucky 15s. Lucky 15 sitting at 3-1. If Level wins this one, they'll be at 3-1. And then also in that set, you got X Factor and Diesel are going to have to wait until we get to the last set for that. Also in Aftermath and Bears coming up, though. Here, 2023 NXL World Cup. Battle going down here on center court. I'm Matty Marshall with Rich Telford. We'll be back.